Barry, obviously a big fan of Gabe Waterhouse. Fiorente ran third last year in the Melbourne Cup and draws barrier 5.
That's right. I have to correct you there, we ran second. But great barrier, that was our first choice. You know, my wife was praying for it. You know, she had it written on her serviette and we drew the right one.
There was no luck last year, obviously, as you were sitting behind Glencairn Gold, but this year you go into Melbourne Cup pretty confident, and the form line's fantastic for Fiorente.
Well, I think this year he's a more versatile horse, like it's shown in the Cox Plate that he can go forward and he doesn't have to come from a long way back, which gives him a lot more options. And Gay always likes to say, you know, you've got to be within reach, and yeah, luck doesn't play a big part if you're out there towards the front.
She's a fantastic trainer, and she's gone in with very high opinions of this, and you obviously sat back and watched this and gone, wow, this is a good horse.
Oh, we've been very lucky, you know. Gay picked him out in Newmarket when she saw him beat Red Cadeau and Joshua Tree, and she said, look, this horse, I love him, and yeah, he's the best looking horse, but he can also run as well as anything I've ever seen.
Would you say he's quite versatile?
Yes, well, I was just saying to one of the other journalists that this year in the All-Age Stakes, had he not missed the start, he would have been in the finish there, and that's probably one of the best 1400 fields we ever see, with All Too Hard and More Joyce in there. So he's up with them, and yet he's a stayer. So, I mean, in Europe, he never raced less than 2,000 metres. Now he's shown that he can run over 1,400 and 1,600, which you need to do to win a race like the Melbourne Cup. If you see all the top Cup winners like Might and Power and Let's Elope, they could all win over those short distances. Even Maccabi Diva won the Memsies, I think. Yeah, so they can all win over the 1,400.
To even come down to Melbourne and run a second in a Melbourne Cup, that's just fantastic. And to even get a runner on a Melbourne Cup, to come back the second year and have a red hot crack and be a favourite for such a grand prestigious race, that's something else.
Well, I have to pinch myself. It's all like a dream, so God's really looked after us.
Are you quite confident going into this race?
Yes, very confident. I mean, the horse we were very worried about, Manathos. You know, he drew out, we drew in, so we had the luck this time. So I think, you know, from his barrier, he'll get a good posse, and you know, we're sure the horse can do the job if he gets a good run.
When you compare yourself to the other international horses, that's not lie. There's some good international horses here. But you've had the few runs going into this race, and you've developed to the Melbourne going, so that must give you some confidence in it. Well, a bit of a boost. Well,
I think Gay has decided to bring her horses down early and do the full preparation here, all the lead-up races in Melbourne. Last year with Glencairn Gold, obviously, he raced in Sydney in the Metropolitan and came straight down. His first sight was at Caulfield and Caulfield Cup. But this year, Fiorente's done all his racing in Melbourne, so, you know, he's a Melbourne horse now.
Excited?
Yes, fantastic. Yeah, looking forward to Tuesday.